Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. ETP here, and the question is this: has the preparedness community been smarter than the CDC and the government concerning the wearing of masks during a pandemic? Let me study on this just for one moment, and I'm going to give it a, Recently, the CDC said, hey, those cloth masks might not be so effective. My bad. Go ahead and upgrade to that surgical mask. Oh, and by the way, if you are using a surgical mask, maybe you ought to just go ahead and use that N95 mask after all. When I joined the preparedness community over 10 years ago, that was the mask already recommended for a pandemic, the N95. Now, unfortunately, in my opinion, I feel that through a series of misguided statements, the CDC may have contributed to the early spread of COVID. If you remember back in March, maybe February, into February, Congress, and I remember watching this very, very vividly, Congress asked the CDC, do the American people need to start wearing a mask? And the CDC replied, no. Many of us blew a gasket because the Centers of Disease control, as in, control the spread of disease, said no to wearing masks. I remember watching a video by Southern Prepper 1, and he specifically stated, and he laid it right there on the table for everybody to see. He said, guys, they are lying to you about the mask. I agreed wholeheartedly then. I still agree now. What I believe happened was the CDC was caught with their pants down. They were being broke down like a shotgun when they realized, oh, Lord, we do not have enough masks on hand. We don't have a stockpile. So the masks all disappeared, and suddenly the cloth masks were okay. And by the way, any of you yellow belly sap-sucking, penny waist pansies think I just flashed the white supremacy sign. You can take that opinion, fold it 4 ways, and shove it where the sun don't shine. So now, after all this time, the cloth masks are no longer okay. So you got to ditch those. And like I said, upgrade. And it's sexy. To the surgical mask. All the while not telling you that these, if you wear these, and you keep them on, they deteriorate rather quickly. You've got about a 20-minute effective time limit on that. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. So, like I said, but wait a minute, the CDC got rid of this and upgrade to the luxury model N95. Anyway, so here we are, N95. It took them a year in an active pandemic to draw the same conclusion that the prepper community came up with over a decade ago with a what-if scenario. So are preppers smarter? Absolutely. Find advice that you feel is good. Then research it, follow up, make sure that advice is sound, and then implement a plan. One where you can rely on yourself. Because if you haven't noticed, the government will fail you. And I feel like they have failed us now.